Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I am Damian Farr, and tonight we're talking about John Wick. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3, Parabellum. And hopefully the future of the series, because I feel like that's important to talk about. So, let's start with John Wick, the first one. And the reason I'm talking about him all of a sudden is I just watched all three of them this past weekend. When I say this past weekend, I mean the weekend before this video came out. And damn, these are some pretty good movies. I'm gonna break it out of the way right away. They're all FARs. They're all good movies and definitely worth a watch. Definitely worth a buy on Blu-ray too, to be honest. So, let's start off here. John Wick, which, the first one, pretty basic plot, to be honest. These movies aren't about the plot. They're more about the actual action because it's so realistic feeling. I mean, at points I was like, you can do that. Like, I feel like you can do that. Like, one scene when they're invading his home, this is early in the movie, so when they're invading his home, he takes a guy and he has his head, there's no way to show it other than the main cam. His head's like here, and he snaps his neck, and his neck just snaps it right there. And I'm like, I've never seen that really done in a movie, and that's interesting. That seems legit, like you could actually do that to somebody, which was more concerning more than anything. Why? What? So, pretty much the plot of the movie is they kill his dog that his wife, who died of cancer, left him, and take his car. That's pretty much the whole plot of the movie. And he just wants revenge. It's a good old revenge story, which I'm okay with. Comes out of retirement. He's back, baby. Even though we never saw him before, he wasn't back. But we get the implied that he was really good at what he did, which was pretty much be an assassin. So, the fact that, you know, he's good at it and he's back is great. I like that. So, this is some of the best action you can find in movies right now. Or in general, to be honest. It's so realistic. The way he shoots the gun, he reloads, everything real. Keanu Reeves went to training for months before these movies to then get good at this. So, it shows. It definitely shows. He really did well. I feel it was great. So, Chapter 1, great. Chapter 2, better. So, he gets his car back in the first, like, 10 minutes. It's destroyed, pretty much, but he gets his car back, and then he pays off his debts. So, pretty much, he has this medallion from an old friend of his. When I say an old friend, it's the guy who helped him get out to retire, pretty much, so then he can marry his wife and have a normal life. And he owes him this debt, so he's got to do the debt. He does it right away, and then pretty much people are after him because they didn't like what he did. A bounty gets put on his head because, well, the original thing was to double cross him from the guy who, you know, had him do the thing. Doesn't work, and he's on the run. And then pretty much in the end, he kills the guy, spoiler alert, he kills the guy who put the debt on him, and then is outlisted, I would say. It's not really the word that they use in the movie, but he's outsed from the, like, code of honor that they have, so everybody's trying to kill him in the end. So that's where John Wick 3, Parabellum, or Chapter 3, picks up, and he's on the run, even more on the run than the first one, or the second one, excuse me. The first one he was chasing, second one he's being chased, the third one he is, well, actually the second one's kind of a mix. He's chasing somebody, and then he's on the run for half of it. It's like half-half, which is okay by me. And then 3, he's just on the run the whole time, really. Like, this man's got nothing to win here. And the action even gets better. I don't know how they kept upping these movies, but it gets better. And it has a relatively nice conclusion. When I say nice conclusion, it's cool, but at the same time, you knew they were making a fourth one. So John Wick Chapter 4 is coming out in 2021. I'm excited to see it. I'm going to buy the series on Blu-ray. But I want to stop right here before we talk about Chapter 4. That's all I'm talking about Chapter 4, to be honest. They need to make Chapter 0 is what I'm calling it. Because Willem Dafoe and John Wick, I don't remember Willem Dafoe's character name, so him and John Wick seem to have, like, some history in the past. And I want to see that history. I assume that when you see the Russians in the third one, when he's getting the help from the Russians, that, well, that's actually what's happening. Is he and Willem Dafoe were the two that trained together, kind of like the kids in the Russian place, where she says, kind of like you before. I'd like to think that. That'd be pretty sweet. Make a prequel. Show how him and Halle Berry's character came to be at one point, too. It seems they have some history of some kind as well. So, put them all together. Make it a prequel. Make one prequel, and then make this chapter 4, and then stop. Don't make too many of these. Please don't. I get it. It's a good series. It's a great series. But there's only so much more you can do, to be honest. Make a prequel and finish it off at 4. John Wick, Chapter 4, Retirement, ? That's what I'm calling it because I'm stupid like that. And I like the idea of getting people like, are they going to kill him? You going to kill him? They kill him. That's not important. In all seriousness, John Wick, have you seen him? Tell me in the comments below what you think. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and have a far off night.